Domestic abuse is defined as a pattern of behavior which involves violence or other abuse by one person in domestic context against another. Domestic abuse is not just physical, there is a cycle. The first part of this cycle is when tensions build. This includes the abuser being moody, drinking, destroying property, and putting down the victim. The second section of this cycle is the actual physical violence from the abuser to the victim. The final stage is the honeymoon stage. This includes begging for forgiveness, giving presents, and saying that they'll never do it again. From this wheel, it is easy to see that there is also psychological abuse that keeps the victim in the domestic situation.
Not surprising, but unfortunately, just horrible.
I think it's sad and should be changed. There should be something that has to be done about it. I think that there should be more awareness brought to this topic, that it should be maybe talked more about in schools or in the health classes or something like that, and then also the children's parents should talk more about it, and people should just be more open.
It really just all comes down to education and the awareness of what is domestic abuse, because a lot of people think it's just physical, and that's not true at all. It's emotional and it's verbal, and there's other forms as well, and people don't realize that. There's multiple resources and places to go to seek help for domestic abuse. The Tubman Center in Minneapolis and Maplewood's a major one, in St. Paul as well. I worked on their public policy and communications team. So I worked at the center in Minneapolis, and then and dealt with just some of, I was on the office side of things, but you definitely meet the families that live there and experience a whole upheaval of their lives just because of abuse. And so it's a really horrible thing to go through, and, but there's hope.
Early morning, April 4, shut rings out in the Memphis sky.
Dante once said, "The hottest places in hell are reserved for those who in times of great moral crisis maintain their neutrality." In order to help decrease the amount of domestic abuse in the United States and around the world, it is important to stay aware and educate those who are not aware of the symptoms of domestic abuse. It is very important for men to stand up to other men who do not see their own behavior as abusive. The He for She campaign is targeted towards this concept. Men helping women so everyone can have the same social and economic opportunities. If we all come together and make domestic abuse inexcusable, living conditions for women around the world will improve tremendously.